The Good News is a unique vessel. Once a 22-foot steel Navy lifeboat from the 40s era, she's been completely reconfigured into what we call a pocket tug. Included with the boat is a custom-built trailer with tandem axles, electric brakes, telescoping tongue, jack, and fresh tires. Shown here, she has her highway covers on the windows. There are 17 windows in all, 5 which open for ventilation, and there are soffit vents all around the cabin. The gunnels are capped with a thick white cedar rail. Snaps along the rail receive the lower edge of an overall boat cover, which is included. The hull is a displacement type. Normal cruise speed is 6 to 7 miles per hour. She draws only 22 inches of water and maintains a steady heading. Anchor line is kept in an airy container that doubles as a stool and boarding step. Other lines required on the boat hang in convenient places along the gunnels. A magnet is used as a handle to lift the deck drain plate, under which a scupper directs water into a sump. A rubber skirt covers the entire gunnel, funneling any rainwater or wash onto the deck. The deck has a 4-inch flange all around the perimeter and also under the cabin, which sits on top of it. Any water on the deck is drained aft into the sump. Good News is powered by a completely overhauled 25 horsepower gasoline engine. The work was done by Barrel Engine Rebuilders in Green Bay. The engine is enclosed by an insulated, removable enclosure with a hinged, upholstered seat for up to 4 persons. 2 fresh 12-volt batteries provide more than enough electrical energy and reserve power. Batteries are accessible through the engine compartment or from under a folding seat in the cabin, where a battery selector switch is located. An automatic battery charger is included. The engine cover, when lifted, is suspended from the bell's clapper. A handy fold-down maintenance tray is found under the seat where plugs, feeler gauges, and such can be stored. Exterior deck lights are located all around the cabin exterior. Fold-down cup holders are located in logical places, as are 3 fire extinguishers. 12-volt power plug-ins are located on the exterior in front of the cabin and at the rear for handheld devices that may be required. They're also located on either side of the instrument panel. An exterior speaker allows communications to be relayed from the pilot house. The cast aluminum bell was a custom-made gift from a foundry in Marinette, Wisconsin. A rest is provided on the all-around light mast to receive the lowered antenna during trailering and storage. 4 cast aluminum and chrome 12-volt searchlights from a prison in Marquette, Michigan, are located above the cabin to illuminate docking areas at night and for search and rescue details, as the boat was an operational standby vessel in the Coast Guard Auxiliary. The fuel filler tube is stopped by a cap with a pop-out grip for turning. The cabin is held down on the raised deck flange by 4 stainless harnesses, through-bolted with stainless fasteners. Overhead handholds are located all around the cabin's roof overhang and held off with nylon spacers. PVC protects the roof edge overhangs. Highly reflective tape along the tops of all windows greatly increases nighttime presence. The instrument panel contains all necessary switches and gauges. A Cytex radio direction finder locates the direction from which radio transmissions originate and indicates the route to go to it. A GPS reports speed, direction, courses, depths, fish, and so on. A unit-end VHF radio provides excellent reception and emergency calling capabilities with a tall radio mast. A hailer allows for loudspeaker communications and sensitive listening. An array of identified lighted fused switches operate a number of electronics. 12-volt outlets are located both inside and outside of the cabin. Again, cup holders are on either side of the helm. Convenient storage pockets are located behind each pilot house seat and alongside to carry all sorts of useful references and materials. The engine's choke is located next to the helm. A rudder indicator is in the center of the wheel. Vital instruments and switches are conveniently located on either side of the helm. 3 bilge pumps are located below deck. 2 have never been used. Only one in the sump has occasionally turned on, usually from water coming from the prop shaft stuffing box. The deck has seen very little water on it since the day the boat was first launched. All windows are held open with rubber-tipped push rods and held snug with small bungees. A note clip is mounted where one might need to be reminded of vital information. A clock and barometer along with document storage are located at the rearward-facing windows of the pilot house. A foam pad is upholstered into the overhead transition between the pilot house and cabin area to prevent head bumps. Headroom in the cabin overall is about 6 feet 2 inches. Hooks for hanging clothing, hats, or inflatable jackets are located by each cabin door. An insulated box between the helm seats keeps things cold. 3 more below deck compartments are located ahead of the seats, but are not insulated, but could be. Three red-white overhead lights are located in the cabin, along with 2 bright hanging LED fixtures for nighttime table games or reading. Have you been noticing the workmanship and upholstery as we've gone along? It's all in ship shape, like they say. This has been a low-maintenance craft, and it's ready to go. The table lifts, or can be removed easily. Lifting the table at one end allows for a shallow sleeping area which can be expanded with insert boards found in the seat storage and beefed up with some spare boat fenders like those in the zippered bag. A stereo disc player serves 2 quality speakers. Cup holders and another 12-volt outlet are shown at the table. Opening windows are at either side of the table, facing rearward. Shade screens easily roll up and store with a friction fit and snapped bib, adorned with a red dingleberry. The dining table has 2 drawers beneath the top that open in either direction for easy access to navigational tools or dining needs. They're held shut with PVC turn buttons. Lifting the table at one end allows for a shallow sleeping area which can be expanded with inset boards found in the seat storage and beefed up with some spare boat fenders like those in the zippered bag. Courtesy lights are located at doorposts on either side of the boat that shine downward into the drawer compartments that open up below. A picture on the window allows visitors to see what the Good News looked like when it was a lifeboat. Many people ask about the boat's past. Because Good News is so unusual, Almost everybody starts out with the question, what kind of a boat is this? At the stern, a Samson post stands atop a bilge exhaust vent. A stern anchor and line are found here as well. An anchor and line are also located at the bow. 2 throwable life rings are readily available fore and aft, with quick-release straps holding them in place. Spare fenders are stored in a zippered tote, which can also be used as a seat or extension of the engine box when one wants to lay down. More handy overhead handrails facilitate safe mobility and easier movement through narrow deck passageways. Again, deck lights are located all around the cabin exterior, as well as within. Three telescoping boat hooks are mounted in quick-release holders at the most convenient locations. Privacy covers can be used on the windows at night, while red and green covers are for highway protection. Door latches inside the cabin make for convenient security. Velcro straps hold doors open for fresh air when desired and store on the doors themselves. You may have noticed that the doors only open so far due to the very limited space. We did the best we could to provide as much as possible. Some beer bellies won't get through, however. The good news is truly a family boat that affords onboard safety with high gunnels, skid-free decks, life rings fore and aft, overhead hand grabs, a heavy 2-inch iron keel that runs the length of the boat, a protected rudder, boarding ladder, food storage, shade from the sun, just to name a few features. If she sounds interesting to you, I guarantee you won't be disappointed to check her out at her indoor storage facility in Michigan's Upper Peninsula near Escanaba. No expense has been spared in fitting her out. You'll enjoy the attention she gets wherever she goes. And if you're interested, phone 906-280-1294 and leave a callback number, or email pgsmith14@yahoo.com. Good news. Born again.